are curious to learn about farming, and our questions will be on the features of a good farm. So, firstly, what are features of a good farm?
Well, farming or a farm is a kind of elaborate word.
Okay.
There are so many chains of farming, so many types of farming. So it depends on the one wants to do. To have livestock farming, crop farming, integrated farming, like greenhouse farming, and so many other kinds of farming. So generally, a good farm is dependent on actual planning. You have to plan it. If it is a livestock or crop, greenhouse or open field, all of them need a specific way of planning on how to do it. But the basic thing that is common among them is the availability of natural resources for farming, such as the land and water, because every aspect of farm needs water. Whether it's crop, it needs water. Livestock, it needs water. Anyhow, it needs water. So you need to plan on those things, make sure that they are available before you can start. Then the capital and the personnel to work in the farm, and at least their knowledge on how to do the farm. These are the basic things one has to put together for you to have a good farm.
Okay. Well, it sounds very interesting, and I hope we'll touch every aspect of it. Okay, and secondly, kindly tell us more about the location and size of Junian Farmland.
Junian Farm is located at Caritas Layout, Nkubonike.
Okay.
This land is owned by the Nkubo people, Nkubonike people. So it's situated in a layout called Caritas Layout because it is close to Caritas University, and the Caritas University is a landmark for locating this place. Then the size of it is, I will talk about it in plots of land, not actually in hectarage, because I might not know exactly the hectare. But at least I know we have about 12 plots of land being occupied by the Junian farm.
Well, I've not really gone around, but from what I've seen, it's very, very beautiful farmland now. Okay, and secondly, can you tell us more about the water source and quality? You earlier mentioned about water. So please tell us more about the water source.
Well, the water source is actually the major challenge we have. Because one, Enugu metropolis is not a place one can get borehole easily because of its topographic and environmental factors. So because of that, we are not able to get borehole. But we have a running stream just behind the farm. So when I was searching for the land to buy, I was telling people that I'm looking for where I will have a river. I want somewhere that will be close to a river. The landlord that was about selling the land to me, who happened to be my initial landlord, he sold to me where I built a residential house just across the main road there. He said, "What is wrong with Professor Mrs. Imbada? Are you sure she is not a Mami Water woman? Every time she's looking for land, she'll be talking about river. I want a stream beside my land." So, but she never knew that as an agriculturist, I know that water is a major resource. So when I saw this place and I saw the running stream behind it, it heightened my interest, and we got it. The one thing with the water is that it's not a perennial water. It's annual. So it only runs during the rainy season. So from that June till November, we enjoy the natural water. So all the water we use for the farm, we pump it from the stream. Then when the stream dries up, we start making use of well. Since we could not get water from a borehole, so that we have well. I have 3 functional deep well here, all connected to sumo. So we use sumo to pump water to our crop and to our livestock. But actually during the dry season, the well does not sustain the livestock part because we have over 9,000 layers occupying 2 big pens. So the water they use about a tanker of water on daily basis. So the well does not actually sustain. So during that time also, I spend more money to buy water to sustain the livestock. But the well tries for the crop.
Okay, Tony, tell us more about the soil type and quality.
Well, the soil type, not really scientific description of the soil type.
Okay.
Yeah, but the soil is good for cropping. But because I engage in greenhouse cropping, not open fields, and it's a kind of semi-organic farming.
Okay.
I call it semi-organic farming because I have the knowledge of organic farming standards, and I know I don't keep all of them 100%, but at least I keep up to 70% of the standards. So that's why I call it semi-organic. So we use organic manure to prepare the land. We give a lot of time in preparation of the land. You people met us when we were preparing the land. So you till it, you now apply organic manure, you take time to mix it up, water it before you start making the bed. Then you prepare the planting point and you prepare the drip irrigation for the supply of water. You people make our knot on the cotton tree. So we prepare it one by one. When it germinates, stay for 21 to 28 days. And we start the 18. Then we have some of the organic fertilizer, organic pesticide, organic herbicide. We use the growth of pests and growth of weeds.
Okay, now, as a farmer, comprehensively summarize what a good farm should possess for its profit maximization.
What we should possess for profit maximization: availability of resources, good management, mainly good management. Good management. And you know, we are here at the greenhouse session. We also have the fish session, we have the livestock session, we have the processing session. And all of them have experts and managing instruments. The people you meet at the greenhouse session will not be the people you meet at the fish session. They are not also the people you meet at the fish session. Like this greenhouse needs a lot of technical knowledge. So I have economists that is in charge, who knows when to apply to enable the growth production efficiency. So these are the things one has to do to make sure you maximize profit.
Mana among mo ko kan. Wala bu. Hello you.
Okay. So you want me the
nonsense?
Say kunya put it direct.
Oh, pancake for last second.
Okay. I say good thing. Mama get with you official the nyagi were mkpụrụ ya. Kunya to chana ndị a ka na-eme kịta. Diseases and different ways. I have already enumerated that of the pepper, the hot habanero. You prepare the land, you make the ridges, you irrigate it, you manure it, you prepare the planting points. By then, the nozzle must have been growing somewhere. Then you transplant. And after transplanting, when they grow to the stage of 2 to 3 weeks, we do what we call defoliating. Defoliating because they have a lot of leaves, broad leaves.
Okay.
So we prune it, remove it to reduce the competition by unwanted leaves and to allow it to grow taller. And after that, we do what is called staking. You can see that during the staking, they have defoliated this one last week. They are doing the staking. Staking it is to direct the growth so that it doesn't bend, it doesn't fall down. And you can see that on top of the kit, you have the supporting stake for them. So they are expected to grow to that level. So because as they grow, they have more fruits. After the staking, you also guide it. Because you can see they are expanding. And when they start fruiting fully, the weight of the fruit may start pulling the branches down. Some of them may break off and die. And you know, once it breaks off from the main root, it will. So that's why it is guided. These sticks here is what we use in guiding them. The stronger rope that you hold it by the side so that as it is growing, it will be leaning on those big rope so that it doesn't fall off. These are the stages. So once you finish that, you are ready for your so they will now start flower, the fruit starts ripening.
So very interesting now.
Then for fish,
Yes, ma'am.
you prepare your fish pond based on the sizes and the size of land available. You can see what I have there is a concrete pond. Some people that have large expanse of land, especially in the swampy area, may want to prepare earthen ponds. But what we have here, because we have limited land, concrete pond that is well reticulated with water. The water comes in, water goes out. Water is the life of fish. Without water, fish cannot survive. So once you have the pond, you have the water, you can now put your fingerling or your juvenile fish and start feeding them gradually. Like at the stage they are now, some are still eating 2 mm feed. Some are already eating 3 mm feed. Some are also eating 4 feed. Then we have all big ones that are eating 8 feed. So you feed them according to their size. Age.
Okay.
Then for poultry, you have the pen. What I have there is a battery cage system. 3-tier battery cage. 3-tier, there are 3 lines. You know, each of the unit contains 4 or 3. So put them there. After building your house, you now construct the battery cage. Then you stock your layers. It's not easy. It's not easy.
Actually, it's not. Okay. That was very interesting. Earlier you talked about getting what was the word? Non-local soil.
Okay, yeah, foreign soil.
So so I would like to ask, is there any problem with the local one?
Yeah. The local soil, ordinary soil, they always contain some impurities like some living organisms, bacteria, fungi that will attack the nursery. You know, like one sachet of habanero, I bought it this 58,000 naira.
Wow.
A sachet. And that one sachet can only take care of 2 pigs. 58,000.
Wow.
So if you put the nursery and it's attacked by bacteria or fungi, you've lost a lot. And once they are attacked by that fungi, they contaminate it. Even when they are transplanted, the effect will still be on them. So that is why it's always cheaper to raise them on a soil that is germ-free. Yes. So that by the time they go to the natural soil, they had already stabilized. They can now fight.
Okay. Very interesting. As a teacher, which stage of farm development would you consider most important and why?
As a teacher, I teach value chain in agriculture.
Okay.
And that value chain involves various stages of production. Like in this our habanero production, you can have chains of habanero production. There might be people who will just be raising the nursery and selling the nursery. It's a chain.
Okay.
There are people who will be planting. Then there are others who are wholesale buyers. Now go and sell to retailers. You see stages.
Yes.
So what determines which stage that is more profitable is your own competence. Where do you find yourself more competent? Where do you think you have more advantage over others? Like I have a poultry egg production unit. When I stock up 10,000 layers. That's my stock. But I told you I have about 8,000-9,000 and because of mortality. When I stock about 10,000 layers, people will always tell me, why do you go and buy feed? You should produce your own feed. You should produce your own feed. I'll tell them I am not an expert in feed production. There are people who know how to produce food more than me. And they have hinged on that value chain. I will do the one that I know I can do well. Because you may go to start producing feed to maximize profit. You produce wrong feed and it will bring down your production or even lead to mortality. So what I'm saying is that everybody knows where is more competent. So that area you are more competent, do that one. Not be jack of all trades and master of none.